What is up, everyone? Obviously we're in Avatar right now. We are in the new server. Obviously 1068. Do have a script in front of me because I'm a loser. I can't. But am I gonna use it? Probably not. Do I want to use it? Also not. But do you want stuttering in the videos? Also not. So I wanna have it more focused towards that, give myself some ideas because I'm trying to become a professional YouTuber. Not actually, but you know. But the server's still really fresh. Um, Everyone is in their own groups. No one's merging yet, which I mean you won't expect on day one, will you? But eventually there will be. I can already tell because I mean we've only got 28 people in our alliance. Uh, and a lot of our players are probably going to get poached by a lot of these higher teams because they do have 50 people, but they also have just they do have a few whales. Now, this is the current progress of my account. I'm 200,000. Everyone else is around 500, but they do spend. I'm not a big spender. Someone else might be free to play and higher power than me, but I have been asleep most of um, today when the server's been open. This is how long it's been open. It's been open 16 hours and 22 minutes. 1.5 hours of that was downtime. So, we do the maths, that's like 14 hours. Right, I'm back. I just had to cut a little bit. I went on a little bit of a tangent. Um, but obviously the server's still really fresh. Everyone is around the same level, obviously, even though you've got a few big dogs, a few million power. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter where you are, as long as you're in the server. I hate how I can't scroll out on mouse and keyboard, man. I need to try and figure out how you do that, or set up a keybind, because I can't scroll out. I was going to show you the alliance. I guess you can see it. Right, here's the alliance. Doesn't look like 20 people. But obviously my current progress, I want to show you this is my resources, this is my speed ups, buffs got none, this is my gear, got like none, and everything else. Got a lot of XP, I'm not gonna lie. But I've not been spending much resources. Well, I've been spending resources obviously, but I've not been spending much speed ups. I've mainly been focusing on my building upgrades. Obviously, not much. I'm only 10 or 10. But that is also not really using much speed ups. As I said before, I've got a lot of speed ups. Your general ones, you don't want to use these for buildings. Never use these for buildings, because one day you'll max out your buildings, right? And you'll have a bunch of building speed ups left, but you'll have no normal speed ups, which is really bad because, you've already maxed out your buildings. You won't want to. Obviously, I'm thinking really, really late game, which you don't really need to focus much on early game. But I'm just using it as a recommendation. If you've got building speed ups, use them on buildings. Well, not like you can use them on anything else, but like, don't use universal speed ups on buildings. As obviously, if you have to, then fully do it. I'm not recommending you don't. But I'm recommending you use all your building speed ups before you end up using a universal. Right? It may be 1 minute of a building speed up, but that's 1 minute you can save on, either troop training, researching. Some of these research times in late game are horrible. You get 120 day upgrade. Now I'm going on a little bit of a rant, but I'm just giving you an idea of like, um, later game thingies. I want you to be more educated on the game. Now I've also been upgrading a lot of my bit off the names, characters, heroes, whatever you want to call them, commanders. Obviously the skills are not too bad. These are the gatherers. Why am I showcasing gatherers? But here we are. Now, with gatherers, you wanna keep them gathering. So anything that includes the word gathering speed, upgrade to that. Obviously, this row doesn't. If you want to have, because this was a split between me, right? I either wanted marching speed because that gives both, or I wanted some of these, which you can get max bender capacity, which could help with your things. You could either get them there faster, or you can get more. But you want your quarrying masters and all that 8% extra resources that are gathering is beautiful. Because it's basically saves your time. But what you want to do is really rush to 2.5 million power. The best way you're going to do that is with hero. Now, for the stage of this server, like, what the stage we're at currently, first day, I don't really, you can't really see where the future will pan out because really early on, not everyone's, you don't know who's the bad guy. I mean, most people who could be bad probably can't even chat yet. But the goal, be smart. Don't do unnecessary attacking. Stick with your alliance. I may say you don't really need your alliance that much. Well, you do. This game's built on alliances. Teamwork makes the dream work. That is not a cliche. That is, what happens. Um, but prepare for your events. You've got more of these. Yeah, I'll pull up one for an example. Glorious Victory Alliance event, right? Um, you've got your individual points right here. You can get 750 gems from that. But you also have your rankings, which right here, you got your epic spirit badges, everything. Epic spirit badges may not seem useful, but they are. I mean, you can get two skill upgrades for a base level purple, which is really good. You want to have that advantage over other people who didn't get that. But that will also set you. You do more events. You build up. You get all this. Set you well for PvP, right? Because you got your research. You can get your commander research or um and everything. You know, sort yourself out. The more optimized you are for PvP, the more you're going to be suited for SVS in the future. And you don't want to make early mistake goals. You're gonna make early mistake goals, but don't burden yourself on that, right? They're easily fixed. My first account, so many newbie mistakes, but we learn on that. We repair on it the second time. Um, Now, just because I'm 200,000 power here doesn't mean I've never played the game. Like, I know a lot about the game. There's not a brag, could be a brag. I could be like, oh, I know so much more than you. But, you know, use me as a source of guidance. I think this is going to be the end of the video right now because I'm ranting too much. But if you're also on the same server, don't worry. People are friendly. I mean, my alliance is really friendly. They're talking right now. I can't be bothered to talk back, otherwise I will get distracted. But thanks for watching if you are, and I will see you in the next one.